Alright guys, week 2 is in the books. This is the wrap-up video of that. I have predictions for week 3 at the end. I'm trying something new this week. I am trying to do my analysis in the games. So there's content. So I'm voicing over while you're getting my live reactions essentially. I'm not looking at like the graphs like I used to, but we're gonna see how it goes. That way there's always something playing in the background. I think that might be cool. But yeah, so I actually did this live on my stream. If this goes well, I might do it again next week. Who knows? But yeah, so that's what I have so far. Okay, so first up, we have Sense of Death versus Wasted.Ethnic. Let's see. I'm trying to remember what each team did last week. Week 1, Sense of Death lost 2 of the Mittenses, and Ethnic won 1 snow cones. Okay, cool. So right off the bat, just based off of that alone, I would give Ethnic the edge because they won 1. But in those series, I feel like Sense of Death played pretty well against Mittenses. So I think this will be a good series. I feel like I've seen the outcome, but I don't remember it. Kudos to me for having a terrible memory. Like, I download these replays. I see what everyone drafts, and I don't remember. So that helps a lot. All right, so we go AA and Rubik Band from Sense of Death, and they go Lone Druid Invoker. These both have to just be targeted bans, right? Just the teams play it or something. It's got to be. I don't know why else. Like, Rubik's a pretty good ban, actually. Rubik, I think, is pretty good right now. AA, I think, is pretty good right now. But these have to be targeted. No way you ban Lone Druid Invoker first unless these guys have a Lone Druid or Invoker player. They pick Slardar. They instantly pick Underlord. Okay. Slardar is interesting. I feel like there are a lot of heroes in the game right now that go contested first, like Underlord. I feel like you could have waited on the Slardar pick. I don't know, obviously, what your team plays all that well, or maybe you have a really good Slardar play, you needed it. But I feel like if you wanted one of those contested picks, you could have gotten someone before they picked the Underlord. I think the Underlord's a good pick because I think it's really good right now. I think in the Archon bracket, it has the highest win rate at like 59% or something. Like, he's in a really good spot, especially in our bracket. So I like that pick by Wasted.Ethnic. I actually like Slardar too. I think he's not in a bad spot. And they went Dazzle, so they just have minus armor. And then they went Skyrath. Okay, Skyrath's kind of good because you can flex him to mid if the matchup works. If you have a good Skyrath player. I like this minus armor strat a lot. I think Dazzle is a really good pick for AD2L because I think, especially in the Archon bracket, people's targeting and team fights aren't that coordinated. So in a higher bracket, I think people recognize right away, okay, let's kill a Dazzle every team fight before we start. And in the Archon bracket, we don't necessarily do that. So Dazzle can live longer, get his spells off. So I like that, and the minus armor between these two is pretty good. I think you'll be able to take Roche really well. Underlord's good, though. Skyrath is interesting. I think Skyrath just gets shredded by these two. But I think if it's a support, it's not a big deal. If it's a mid and some guy balls out on it, it's a good pick. Alright, so Axe, I think that's just to prevent the counter of the Dazzle. Drow, I think, is pretty good right now. I don't think he's bad, or she's bad. And then Void, I think, is really good team fight. So, right now, Initiation, Blink Stun. Your initiation here is maybe Rod of Atos into a Skyrath ulti to pick someone off before team fight. So they both have okay initiations. I assume this is offlane 5 position. Could be a 4, actually, with the Dazzle, that would work. And then offlane could be 4 or 5 or mid, so I think that's a good flex pick. They banned the Naga, who I think would shred the Skyrath mage. I think that's a good ban. Jug, who I don't know if you can spin out of Atos, dude. I don't buy Atos enough to know. There was one patch where I bought Atos like all the time, and that was it. But damn, this video's gonna be long. I'm already 5 minutes in, and we're not even through the first phase. And then AM. I think AM's pretty good right now. Yeah, so I actually like both these drafts so far. I don't have an issue with either. They go Dark Willow. I think Willow's pretty good. I mean, I think we've all seen the liquid plays where Taiga just went off with Willow and like 2v5 their team to win the game. So I think Willow can be good. I've also played games where Willow's just absolutely useless. So I think it all depends on how you guys work as a team. And like what's the setup? Is the ulti more of a save or they go Earthshaker? I think Earthshaker's just such a good AD2L pick. Wow, they're picking quick. Alright. I think Earthshaker's always good. And then they pick Terrorblade, who's an illusion, so illusion carry. I like Earthshaker. I think he's just flexible. I think he's basically good in any lineup. Terrorblade, I think, is really good. If your carry can play it well, I think Terrorblade's good right now. And they went PL, who's always annoying to play against. I don't know how he does against Underlord in lane, though. I feel like Underlord has no issues with PL. That's why they have the Dazzle, though. The Dazzle may be able to harass the Underlord out, but if you have the Willow up there... Actually, here's what I would do if I was Wasted.Ethnic. I think I'd put... Assuming Skywrath is a support, and he could still be mid, I think I'd put Skywrath up top with the Underlord to harass, and his sole job is to harass the Dazzle and get the Dazzle out lane. And if he does that, the PL is going to essentially be left alone against an Underlord. The Underlord wins that lane, or he doesn't win that lane, but he doesn't have an issue, and then your Underlord is farmed and can get all these auras. Meanwhile, your Willow is down bottom with Terrorblade, and because I feel like Slardar and Earthshaker, they have a lot of stun potential, but I feel like it's not that strong of a lane. Like they have kill potential, sure, but I don't think the Terrorblade has that much issue in that lane against two melee heroes, especially when he's in meta. So far I like Wasted.Ethnic's. I like their lanes better. I think these guys have a way better team fight. I don't know who wins the carry battle between PL and Terrorblade. I want to say... Well, you can just find the real PL by doing whatever that ability is that makes the illusions of the other people. So they think this is a support Skywrath. I kind of agree right now. I think it should be played maybe as a 5, but in the off lane, like just switch lanes and then still be a 5. And they banned Zeus, Storm Spirit. I guess I don't have an issue with those bans. And they banned Quap Viper. I actually would have really liked a Quap on this lineup. I think that would have been really good. The high tempo between these four to just go while PL farms, I would have really liked that. Viper, that would have been a little more tank. They are lacking a little bit of tank here. I guess eventually PL becomes tanky too, but I think you need... First of all, someone, like some pusher. I guess like their push isn't that great. You have Terrorblade here, so your push is good. And your initiation, you have 2 forms of initiation though, which is awesome. You have Fear, Atos. They need initiate in mid, which is, I like the Storm Spirit. If they go another Spirit, Void Spirit, Ember Spirit is what I would think they should pick. These guys, I don't know what they should pick. It's got to be someone that can fight 4v5 while PL farms to fuck up the Terrorblade. And it needs someone to be a little tankier because he doesn't want to be in the fight until he blows his load. He wants to be on the front line, but he doesn't really have the means to survive long, I think. I mean, I guess it can. I've seen it, but I would like someone better to just be the focus for him. And they go Pango. So Pango, similarly... Okay, so I like it in the... So they just don't want a team fight. You just don't want a team fight in Sense of Death. I like that. That's fine. You go pick off. Pick off lineup. Sure. 10 seconds. Yeah, so I would just double down on team fight here then. on Wasted.Ethnic and just force team fights. Because I don't really know, like, your team fight here is you blink in and you echo, and then you follow up with another stun, and then you hope to burst them. But if they survive, which Underlord is pretty good at surviving, or at least getting everyone out, you can easily just destroy these supports, for sure. But you're going to have Terrorblade probably in the backline waiting for you to jump in, unless he has Aegis, and then you're focusing him, and then he can Sunder. You're going to have Underlord who can survive through a lot. I think you just have to go pick off here, and then that's how you win this game. Just play very up-tempo, play fast. PL doesn't go, like, Diffusal build, so they go Dragon Knight. I think Dragon Knight is pretty bad this patch, is what I've heard. Just from watching, like, ESL and stuff, the casters. I don't know anything. That's basically all I'm basing this off of. So I don't know anything about Dragon Knight. I like the concept here for them, though. No, wait. So it's another form of initiation, which they badly needed, because they didn't have any initiation, really. Blinken and Stun. Who do I like more? I think these guys, if you play up tempo, I like this draft more. While the PL's farming, and if you can mess up Terrorblade's game enough, the PL will just be more advanced. But I think their push, if at any point in the late game these guys win a team fight, they can just win the game if you guys don't have buybacks. Yeah, I don't know who I like better, but I don't know. See how the games go. All right, so that's, damn, 10 minutes on one draft analysis. This is gonna be a long ass video. All right, I'm gonna record replays now, and then after I'll try to do like a quick thing on how the game went, and then I'll do next draft analysis. Quick thing. That's the game plan. All right. Obviously, I can edit this out. Oh, that glitch right there is gonna be annoying. He's solo. What does his health get to? 55? 14? PL's sending it. Man, they all in for this TV. I get him. And they're like, oh, we can kill Willow, she's by herself. Meanwhile, all of Dire's coming in. Oh, I think PL was out. Dragon Knight getting low. Oh, remember, he almost goes in. Bro, what a find on that Skywrath Mage, man. Oh, the echo. The fear. Oh, the Pango ulti. Oh. Die back on the PL. That Terrorblade's so low. He's gotta leave, I think. Okay, so quick analysis of game one. I want to do it quick because I'm like eating up time. This is gonna be the longest video ever. I think this Skywrath Mage balled out. Just watching the replays. I mean, he picked off key pickoffs on PL once or twice. Like I think he balled out. It looked like, yeah, it looked like Dire just had to lead the whole game, and this was actually a pretty good team fight for Radiant, I thought. Swing back in their revenge a little bit, but I mean, they weren't doing anything for 5 minutes. I think they had to make this desperation play, and they ended up losing everyone, calling GG. But not a bad game. All right, game two is over here. So yeah, that's game one. Okay, game two. I still don't know if I decided how to go through the Alright, so they banned out the Skywrath Mage, which I think is important, and the Underlord, which again I think is really good. They first picked the Rubik. I like it. I think Rubik's very versatile right now, and any spell any other team picks, he just does better. Tide Hunter. First pick Tide Hunter. So they really like to pick. Wasted.Ethnic really likes to pick their offlaner hero first. I don't know if he doesn't have a huge pool of heroes, or if they just like setting it out, just determining your team strat there. And they go Doom. I think Doom was really good. He got nerfed. I still think he's pretty good though. I don't mind the pick. And then they go Lena. So they did the same thing last game. They picked their offlane hero, who is tanky, and it's hard to bring down. And then they pick a flex pick that could be mid or support. I don't even remember. No, it was support last game. Skywrath was support last game, but he went off. Now, I didn't watch the whole game. All I saw was like a couple team fights that I thought were important. I just saw Skywrath played good in those team fights. I don't know if Skywrath played good the whole game, so I keep saying he went off, but I don't really know. I just think he played well in the team fights. He had a pretty good KD at the end. But I like this offlane flex pick. They go support, could be either Doom, could be support 3, could technically be mid, but I've even seen it carry. I don't know if anyone in AD2L is going to do that, but it's possible. And then they ban the PL. PL is pretty hard to deal with. I don't like it. They banned a Terrorblade. So a lot of bans from last game, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bans from last game. 4 of the 10 heroes. That's impressive. They banned the PL anti-mage. They really like ban. They banned the Medusa because they banned the anti-mage, and then they banned the Naga again. I don't hate it. I think this draft is more open. Shadow Demon. Save the Doom target. It's not bad. You can purge off the Doom fire thing, whatever that's called. It's not a bad pick. I don't know if Shadow Demon is ever a bad pick, to be honest, but still not seeing a lot with this draft. You still don't know what if they're going huge team fight with Tide Hunter, if they're going pick off with Lena. You don't know if Lena is mid or support. This draft, I like Rubik. You can steal. It's really hard to steal Ravage. You could do it. I think Lena has a lot of spells you could steal. Lena has a lot of good spells you can steal. Shadow Demon has okay spells you can steal. They go Witch Doctor. They go Sven. Okay, so quick second round drafts. Shadow Demon, I think, is still good. You can save someone from Witch Doctor now too, which is really nice. Witch Doctor gives them team fight. I think they needed. Knowing they're going to have Ravage, they're probably going to want team fights. I think Witch Doctor's not bad. They go Sven, who I think is in a really good spot right now. He farms really fast, pushes the advantage. His Axe makes him into Superman, which is great. And then they went Lifestealer. I don't really know if I love this Lifestealer pick. I don't know if their carry plays it really well, so I don't know. Maybe this is a really good pick for them. I think right now I'd only pick Lifestealer against well, I guess you can dodge Ravage, and he lifesteals more of Tide Hunter. You can dodge the Lena stuff if you're quick enough after Yules. You don't want to go Radiance because of Shadow Demon. You want to go Fightin', and then I think they just went late with Sven. I don't know if I love the Lifestealer pick. Cause even still, you have Blink, Stomp that you eat from a creep with Doom. What else is your initiation? All right, you based off the E3, you need a more active carry, I would think. Someone that actually had some sort of initiation. Maybe they ban OD, they ban Quap, they ban Wind Ranger. Maybe no, I don't really like that.
10 seconds.
I need to look at a list of carries here. Maybe Ember Spirit, Void, Faceless Void. I think Faceless Void would have been really good for you here. Was it banned? Actually, they might have banned it. I know they banned it last game. No, I think Faceless Void would have been really good. With Witch Doctor, I think that would have been good. PA wouldn't have been bad. I know it's not great against Tidehunter because he's just so armory and takey. Spectre wouldn't have been bad. You can haunt and then you see where everyone is and then you can blink stomp or whatever. Slack would have been bad for pickoffs. CK probably wouldn't have been bad. If you want someone tanky, CK is also tanky. And you can kind of initiate if you like pull someone out of position. I'm not saying the lifesteal won't work. I just don't know if I would have liked it. They banned Alchemist. I don't know if I would have liked Alchemist on this lineup. I don't think Alchemist is in that great of a spot either. But I think you need some sort of team fight initiation here. I think you have to go with one of the spirits. Storm Spirit's banned, so like Ember Spirit, Void Spirit. Something to jump in and cause chaos. I want to say Ember might beat Lena in lane. I might have that backwards. I think Lena beats like everyone in lane, so I guess I don't know.
10 seconds. 5 seconds left.
I don't mind the lifesteal against Sven, another way to kite him around before he gets Ags. I do like that part of the pick.
Dire pick.
Then with Viper. I just think you lack initiation here. Like, how do you start fights? There's no vehicle for Lifestealer to be in.
5 seconds left.
I think you just lack fights here. Lack ways to start fights. I don't know how you win the game. Like, what's the win condition? I'm trying to think from their point of view. There has to be like something they're going for. Unless it's all comfort picks and then these are all, you know, comfortable heroes and they're good on them. I'm not saying they can't win. But if I look at this draft, this is way easier to execute. You Ravage, and then while they're all stunned, you go and pick off 1 or 2 targets. They go Sniper.
Choose your hero or something.
I honestly was expecting a Lena mid. I was expecting this to be a 4 position. I don't know why. I didn't even think of it being a mid possibility. Even though they banned Wind Ranger and OD. So they were thinking mid. I kind of changes how I view this draft. So, actually, I mean, I don't hate the sniper pick. I think I would have liked... I don't know if that was my favorite pick, though. Gets a Viper. I guess it technically beats in lane. I guess it's not bad.
10 seconds.
Oh. I still think I like Dire's draft better. Now I... Well, yeah. Now I think he's dead. Oh well. I'll just have my audio in. Oh. The stun right away. That would have been huge. That probably would have been the game. Doom Zone. He's going down quick. Lena's definitely dead. Lifestealer's dead. This Doom's definitely dead now. Aegis balls deep, doesn't care. He's ending this game now. The Ravage doesn't catch anyone, I don't think. No, it doesn't. They killed the Doom before he can get Doom off. No buyback. That's actually huge. And then he just goes backlines, kills the Witch Doctor. Alright. I'm sure you can believe this because it's very believable. I went to do my laundry. I muted my mic because I didn't want there to be background noise. Came back, didn't mute it for the entire Snow Cones vs. Phenom series. So what I'm going to do is I'll do a quick draft analysis of Game 1, Game 2. Now that I've already watched the games, maybe that'll help. And then I will still put the clips in there. There'll just be no audio for like those clips of the game, so just ignore that. And I'm really sorry, guys, but I totally forgot. But whatever. What are you gonna do? So game one, I liked this opening of Sankane and Venomancer. I think that's extremely hard to lane against as these guys here. I don't know how you like. That's just gonna be terrible to lane against. They went with Phoenix Rubik. I really like this opening too. I really like the openings. This is where it got interesting for me. I like the Void. Void Phoenix is really good. And then they both have team fight. They went PL. It's fine. I didn't really hit the egg. I didn't think it would hit the egg all that well because the illusions don't hit the egg. But I think you can W off of the Phoenix W. So the Phoenix attack slow. So I didn't think it was bad. And then they went with Doom. I like the Doom pick. I think Doom's in a pretty good spot right now. And then they went Witch Doctor. I didn't hate the Witch Doctor pick. I thought it was that was okay. Void can time walk off the Maledict, which was one of the things I noticed. But Witch Doctor can ulti into the Void Chrono, and then Void's like, well, do I take this damage or do I just waste the Chrono? So I don't hate it. But you still don't have anyone to hit egg. You don't really have a save for the Doom other than healing. So I feel like you need a couple things here. Someone to hit egg mainly, because that's huge in team fights. And they have a great team fight because they Chrono and then they hit egg. They went with Morphlane. I thought this was extremely greedy. I think I talked about this for like 5 minutes about how greedy it was. I don't really know. They have 2 forms of initiation, 3 if you count Morphlane going in. I just didn't think they'd survive the early game. And then I really liked the Lena pick at the end. I thought it was a good pick. So I was against the Phenom draft here, and they ended up primarily proving me wrong. It was a very good game, very back and forth. And when it gets to this point, I really thought Phenom would take it because you have a Morphling in a PL late game against a Void, but it was just so back and forth. It was a really good game to watch. Probably the best game, actually, now that I've watched them all. Probably the best game, yeah. But it was very entertaining. It was a very good game. They proved me wrong. I thought their draft wasn't as good as Dyer's against Snowcones, but it was a very good game, and they ended up playing their draft really well.
Unless you're playing against Secret, who do crazy cool things like or pull the lane between tier 1 and tier 2 to get up to level 3 rotate mid.
Jank's going for it.
He's gonna die.
He's opting to go the Heaven's Halberd. Echo. Yeah, Venom will be thrown down an Echo, who will definitely die. However, the poor Morphling runs right into the Chronosphere, keeping him in position for a little bit longer.
Lane battles. Not much is gonna happen here. Witch Doctor gonna go in for the solo stolen. He'll go down as well. 3 for 2, your supports for 2 cores. You're going to be way.
Oh, Jank's hit with snap.
Take the kill on the drop laner, so that makes it a little bit better. But here comes the Morphling, and that BKB is not going to save you. The egg is going to go down to try to stop this. They're going to turn their attention on the egg. They're going to kill that. They're going to kill Doom here next. He just needs to get in range with his Phantom Rush or get a little vision. Back now, Snap's going to respawn. They have to get something on this retreat here for Phenom, but no, Phenom, they're not going to retreat. They're just going to go straight at you here. Morphling, he hasn't even more power. Four heroes, even there as well. Zankin stunned too, not going to save him. Venom going to get the ultimate off. Zankin going to be the next to fall for Phenom. Everybody else might be up to this Venom. He's going to go up into the triangle. They're going to scout out Jank. They're actually going to walk further into it. The lift onto the PL.
So game 2 draft, this was after an hour-long game that Phenom barely lost, Snowcones barely won, and then then you have 5 minutes, you have to play again. That's kind of tough. They opened with Axe, which they didn't ban this game. They banned last game. Instead they banned the Doom this game, which I know is one of Snap's like classic heroes, and he played pretty well on it. 15, 4, and 12. Wow, I didn't even notice that the first time filming this. They went Lena, Tusk after Axe Underlord. I was surprised by the Underlord pick because I was like, well, who's your offlane? Who's your 4 position? I actually don't even know. I think Distant Echo played 4 position Underlord, and they did really well as well. And I really like the Tusk pick because I think tag team melts these 2 heroes, and it makes it possible to fight these extremely tanky core heroes here. And then they picked Disruptor. I'm a big Disruptor fan all the time, so I liked it. They picked a Spectre, they picked a PA, and then they picked a Zeus. This is just like a global strat right here. I really like how they can essentially have Axe just control the entire game and be like, hey, I'm going to blink on this guy farming right here. Come with me. Or ulti Zeus or ulti Spectre, or just be there, you know? And at the blink of an eye, they could be having a team fight when there was only one guy there, which I really liked about their draft. They ended up picking a C, and last they picked a Kunkka. I really like this open in here. I thought it would 5, 4, 2, and 1. I thought they needed an offlane here that would push. I really liked Beastmaster. I thought that would be a good pick. Between tag team and pickoffs and pushing that he gives, I think that would have like really rounded out this draft. I don't know, obviously, if Tyro can play Beastmaster, so that's just my thought process. They ended up putting Tusk offlane, Lena 4 position. I thought it was mid, and then they picked a Kunkka. I think to win this game, I really like this draft. The Kunkka at the end is I would have preferred a Beastmaster, but obviously if you can't have someone play Beastmaster, and a Kunkka would be better in your mid lane than a Beastmaster would be in your off lane, I think this is fine. I really liked it because I think you just grew up at 10, 15, 20 minutes, and like these guys can't really stop you. Like they win by you being split up, and then they just find you, and all of a sudden it's a 5v1 or 5v2 or 5v3. The way you beat them is you just group up early before they have this power of the late game Zeus, late game Spectre, you know, the tanky guys when they get late. And then you just win team fights. So I actually think this draft was pretty good. I really liked it. Obviously, they didn't end up winning, but I liked that draft a lot. I also really liked the global... I went back and forth in the film, and this was like one of the longest draft analyses I had, and of course it was all muted. But I really liked both drafts here. I liked how global this could be, and I could see clearly in my head how they win that game is they just pick you off. And I like how I can see clearly how they win this game is if they just group up early and they push. So I really liked both teams' drafts. Tough to come back from an hour long game and then you lose, so I don't blame them. But good series. I was pretty impressed by Phenom. I know they got 2-0'd, but I think they played pretty well.
Yeah, it's just gonna dagger away. Now Jank actually might be in a little bit more trouble. Yeah, I think Jank might actually go down now. I don't think he can.
Tag team at 5.
Yeah, I think that'll be up. There it is. Jank.
Just out tank him. He's gonna go for the combo. It looks like here he's gonna land the first one. Barely connecting on the outer edge of the side there.
Putting a hurt on Radiant's middle.
Oh man, I think
The port side.
the
Top tower might be
the boat
going
is on
down.
the right. Port is the left, actually. You know how you want?
Side.
So Legion, I know we missed that kill, but we're gonna talk about port and starboard for a second because that's way more important. You know how and hopefully this is right. I should probably look this up again before I tell you. Game. Axe already has the blink dagger. Can't blink with the disruptor ult on. Looks like Snap will likely be picked off. Gonna get glimpsed right back into that tower. Oh man, he's still alive. That extra armor is giving him maybe enough survivability. Will actually get sent down and finally get sent up the air by the Tusk and get taken out. Tar sees he can maybe get something else done. Throws the Laguna Blade at Tar. Looks like a couple more right clicks will take him out. See he has rotated in. We'll get a double kill.
Support down here is gonna get a punch off.
Okay, something was wrong with my audio for when I draft analyzed this game. So unfortunately, I do not have too much. So I'm just gonna do this really quick because I'm on like almost 4 hours worth of recording now and editing. I like the Harpies draft a lot. I think this fits their playstyle really well, which is group up and push. I thought this was fine until the Pudge. I really didn't like the Pudge pick. I just don't think it counters anything about their draft. I think it kind of feeds into it. Whoever you hook, let's say they're grouped up and pushing, and you want to hook to initiate, it's going to Centaur just ultis and then they all kill the Pudge, and now it's a 5v4 immediately. And then let's say Axe is the one initiating. What does the Pudge do? He's just gonna pick off the backline or something. I don't know. I did think the Axe. I don't think it was bad. As you guys see, it was a really good game, and you're about to see clips and stuff. So I don't think he played bad. I just don't like Pudge right now. I don't think he helps a lot of strats. So that's my 2 cents on this game, real quick. If you play aggressive, hooks on. Where's the Axe? What are you doing? Oh, just some miscommunication between the two. Pudge wanted to go in. Good call by Axe. Look at all those spins. He got 3. Axe is dead though. See, like, it's just really good team fight on Harpies. It's hard to fight this early. I think you have to like split push. Oh, really good fight for Harpies. But they left Drow alone. Really good job from Mittenses to recognize this and go top to kill the Drow. And now Harpies are trying to come over and get some sort of retribution. They get Pudge. That's annoying. And then they're going in. Good call. No Drow. They think they can go in and take fights. I don't even know where CM. Oh, CM was already dead. Yeah. Good fight from Mittenses. Vision they need. Gets in the creep. They kill Mercury. Oh, Huey Lewis gets caught out too. It's interesting. Oh. Where'd he stun? So many swaps. Here it is. Oh no, it's the end. Game 1 was really good. It was really back and forth. I think the Mittenses showed off their strategy really well where they just group and push. Or not Mittenses. I think Harpies show off the strategy really well. They group and push. I think Mittenses actually played pretty well against it. They knew how to counter it. Okay. That game was very back and forth from what I saw from the graphs. Actually, I just showed you guys what happens this game, but whatever. I don't know what happens yet. Although I'm pretty sure Mittenses win because I saw it was a 1-1. But I'm curious to see how Mittenses beat Harpies. Because I have not done it ever. So be interesting to see. I don't want to look at the heroes. So dumb because I know everyone else can see the heroes, but I don't want to see it. I want to be able to give like honest draft analysis, who I think would be good and whatnot. Alright, let's see the bans. If anyone respect bans from last game. They go Slark again. I think the Mittenses just hate that hero so much.
It's Radiant's ban now.
Clockwork. Why don't they go Clockwork Oracle again? This was Ogre from the Mittenses last game.
10 seconds. 5 seconds left. Dyer's turn to ban.
Yeah, they do the same bans. Hmm.
10 seconds. Radiant's turn to ban.
And they banned Venge instead of Oracle. First pick Skywrath Mage. I think. Are these the guys that have played Skywrath mid?
Seconds.
Skywrath can be played 5-4 or mid, so I don't hate the flex pick early. I think there are some contested heroes though. If you wanted to get them, you should get them first overall. And they go Oracle. I didn't even know they played Oracle. Oracle, I think, is really good against Skywrath. And they go Axe again. That's the great Cornholio's classic hero. And they go Rubik. Not bad against Skywrath. Kind of useless against Axe. Unless he steals the ulti. So, you don't know much from this other than these are their supports. Probably 5, probably 4.
10 seconds.
You don't know what their game plan is.
5 seconds left. It's Radiant's ban.
Here you already have an initiator and you're good on pickoffs. So if I'm them,
10 seconds.
I draft more team fight and group up at 10, 15, 20 minutes. If I'm these guys, either go all in on pickoff,
Turn to ban.
or you can kind of shift back into a team fight with Axe.
10 seconds.
That wouldn't be bad either. And then you can use that as pickoff in the early game while your carry farms whatever, then 4v5.
It's Dyer's ban now.
They ban Arc Warden, Viper, Ember. I like all those. Same bans.
10 seconds.
They ban Sniper, PA, and you can kill people through Oracle ulti, right? Because it doesn't deal damage, it just kills if it's below the threshold. I think you can.
10 seconds.
They ban Wind Ranger
5
again.
seconds left.
I don't know if they have a Wind Ranger, but I think I'll Bristleback. Interesting.
Seconds left.
I don't know how good Bristle is right now.
Dyer.
They go Dazzle themselves.
5 seconds left.
Pretty good save. I think they're still just going to group up at 10-15 minutes. That's like a classic. Oh, they go Spectre. So they went something different then. Spectre wants to farm. I guess he can kind of group up though. Doom's good to get on top of these heroes. If you doom anyone but the Oracle though, and you have to be careful for steal, because that's a really good steal. Dazzle can save as well. These drafts kind of mirror each other, so that's now... They do the same thing last game? No, they picked a Pudge for Huey Lewis.
10 seconds. 5 seconds left. Radiant's turn.
Still don't really know who's mid here.
10 seconds. 5
I would assume it's Skywrath or Doom.
Dyer's
Could be
turn.
Dazzle mid.
Turn to pick.
They ban Timber and Drow, and they ban Zeus Void.
Dyer.
They pick Juggernaut. Yeah. You don't have team fight. You gotta do pickoffs here. This is pickoff Dota. So you just go all in on team fight here with, I assume they're mid. It's really greedy. Who's a good team fight in mid? I don't know, you need team fight here though. Earthshaker. So you put Bristle mid, or maybe it's Earthshaker mid. It's not bad. They win though by just picking you guys off on Mittenses. So you have to group up as 5, which is not what Spectre necessarily wants to do. Spectre wants to farm away then haunt in. So you have to group up as 4. And like you have 2 heroes that don't want to be seen. They want to be in the back. 1 hero that wants to be hit. No, 3 heroes that don't want to be seen in that 4. So this group up as 4 method doesn't really work because he wants to initiate and counter initiate. He wants to initiate, counter initiate. He wants to be there to save. And these pickoffs, I guess you're trying to bait them to jump in and try to pick off and then win the team fight. The 4v5 while he farms. I don't hate it. I see what they're going for. But your push is too slow if you do that, right? So let's say that's a game plan. You want a 4v5 and you're only pushing from bristleback. That push is too slow. You're not necessarily forcing anyone to come back, and there's 4 heroes down there, 3 sitting. I guess assuming that's what you even want to do. I guess I just could totally be wrong about what their game plan is here, but I feel like you're wasting time while the rest of the team just gives you 1 tower, and they could probably take a tower at the same rate, or all the cores are farming. I think I like Mittenses draft better. I really like the Oracle. I like the Earthshaker. I like the Rubik. It is an Earthshaker mid. I don't necessarily like the Bristle. And I don't think the Spectre fits the way your draft is. But that's my opinion. What do I know? If I've learned anything from analyzing Dota games these past 2 seasons, I really don't know shit. Oh well. Alright, that's the draft. Game 2 now. Game 2. Oh, it's a replay bug. Fuck. Yeah, I don't really know how they... He's making a play. Oh, the save by Dazzle though. So overall, I think this game, Mittenses played really well. I think, like I said, Harpies excel at grouping up and steamrolling you, and just knowing when they're strong and when you can't fight them. They're really good at that. Mittenses seemed like they played it really well, and they disrupted that. They went aggro, which was a good idea, I think. Oh, Rubik Spectre. I think I would have put the Oracle with them. No, Rubik down bottom. But anyway, yeah, Mittenses played really well. I think Harpies played really well too, especially first game. But I think Mittenses just played the better game. But yeah, that was that series. Okay. Did I really just put that there and then exit out of it? Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I meant to exit out of that. Okay, so week 2 was 1-1. This was 2-0. I think Phenom played really good. This was 2-0. I can't really remember that. But I'm pretty sure it was a fairly even series, maybe. So far, I'm 3 for 3. Season total 3 for 3 on predictions. 3 predictions. Okay, so let's look at this week. It's Snow Cones versus Harpies. I think that's gonna be a really good game. Wasted.Ethnic versus. Jeez, the 2 longest names I have. I think that's going to be a good game. I'm curious to see how Wasted.Ethnic does against Mittenses. Curious to see how the Snow Cones do against Harpies. And then I guess I gotta stick with Instigators. Instigators versus, we're playing Phenom, right? I'm curious to see, because I think they played really well against Snow Cones. So I'm curious to see their strategies and stuff. I think this is... I don't know if... I think this is going to be a 1-1. I think this might be an 0-2 Harpies. I don't know if Snow Cones... I think Snow Cones excel in the late game. I think Harpies excel in the early game. I think that's what's going to be the difference in that series. And I'll give Phenom. They played really good against Snow Cones, so I think they'll probably win 0-2. Alright, that is it for content this week. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you all. Good luck, have fun. Sense of Death, enjoy your week off. Study up, practice, you know, the usual. But yeah. Alright guys, have a good week.